Hello, friends, and welcome to another episode of the Capitalize Your Best podcast, where we help you capitalize on what you do best to grow your revenue. My name is Gordon Duncan. I'm the owner of Capitalize Marketing and Consulting, and this show is part of the Capitalize Your Best podcast network. We're part of a network of 4 shows. On Mondays, you can tune into the This Is Going to Hurt podcast, which is about building a better you. Tuesday, it's Coach Training Partners, which is about helping coaches grow their revenue. Today's show on Wednesday is Capitalize Your Best. It's about business and marketing. For the moment, there's not a Thursday podcast, but on Friday, I have a fun podcast called You're Entitled to Your Opinion, where I just talk about movies, genre, and whatever else I'm watching or reading at the time. But today is incredibly special. If you're watching, and you really should be watching, guys, on Spotify, you can watch it. We're on YouTube. But if you're watching, you can see I'm surrounded by 3 incredibly good friends. We have Pam, we have Nancy, we have Steven. They are here for a reason. They kind of know the reason, but they do not know specifically. But today is the very first Capitalize Your Best Awards. Guys, congratulations. You're here because you know you're winning one. You just don't know what you're winning. Now, what do you win? You win the honor of winning a Capitalize Your Best Award, and probably I will buy you something at some point in time. But at the moment, you just get to mock all your friends because they don't have a Capitalize Your Best Award, and you do. And so what we have here is we have 3 categories of awards. These are going to be the categories going forward. And so every year in December, I plan on awarding this to individuals who fit these categories. Now, the very first category is and it would make sense, but you'll see where we go here. The very first award is, well, I don't want to do that yet. I want to tell you this. You see, the whole idea here, I'll tell you what's gotten me. When I started this whole Capitalize Your Best business, it was, well, we were capitalized marketing from 2020 going forward. And that's when I coined the term Capitalize Your Best. And if you don't know, it's based upon a parable in the Bible where an owner gives managers 3 different amounts of gold. And they're responsible for growing that gold. And the owner comes back and sees if they've been faithful. And the ones who've been faithful are given more. And so the premise of that is that every one of us are given something for which we're responsible. We're supposed to be faithful to that, tend it, and grow it. That's what God expects. That's what we should expect of ourselves. So the whole idea when I work with Capitalize Your Best, whether it be business or whether it be my personal coaching, is I'm hoping to help people find that thing they do best and grow it. So you 3 here because you 100% exemplify that, but today you're exemplifying it in a specific area. So the very first Capitalize Your Best award is in the area of marketing, believe it or not. And Steven, before you say anything, you are the winner of that. Now let me explain why I'm giving that to you. Out of all the people I have ever worked with, and everyone I've ever coached, you and have distanced and outdistanced every one of them. You're the only person I know that competes with me on how much content you put out. And it's not crappy content. You guys have been faithful. You have Giving Sunday, where every single Sunday you have a highlight, and you've gone through nonprofits. You have highlighted how you've helped individuals. You've helped your story. And you have the option to not do any of that because we do your marketing for you. And you can be like, you know what? I got marketing going out every single day. But you haven't done that. You've taken everything you've learned. You've grown it to such an extent that nationally within your franchise, people are like, Steven and Phyllis, how the heck are you doing what you're doing? And you're very kind every now and you've done it over and over again. Like you need to talk to Gordon. But at this point in time, it's not that. At this point in time, you guys have created your very own brand. You've highlighted who you are personally. You've separated yourself from other rental property management companies because that's not what you are. You've separated yourself with your own brand as an asset manager. People know that you want to give back to your community. You're faithful to your family. All of us have been invited to parties, just party after party. And I finally made it to your house. So I got out of the doghouse. I've been to your house twice now, I believe. So I got out of the doghouse finally. But Steven, I want to give you the Capitalize Your Best Marketing Award because you have taken all these things and you could have just grown a little bit. But instead, you took it and made it 100% personal. And no one thinks that your marketing online is give me, give me, give me, or do business, do business, do business. It's a representation of who you and Phyllis are. So, for that, my friend, you are the inaugural winner of the Capitalize Your Best Marketing Award. So, Stephen, well
Wow.
done. Well done. You have a chance to say something if you like.
Well, thank you. I'm just shocked. When we first met, I told you that, I was having a hard time getting my business going. And when we commit to something, we commit 100%. You know, we don't do anything halfway. That's for me and my wife, Phyllis. So when we decided that we're gonna work with you, we decided that we're gonna go 150%. So thank you. Thank you for always being available,
Yeah,
um,
man. Always,
being
always.
patient, and thank you for the knowledge. And this is only the beginning.
Yeah, man, I agree. And Stephen, what I will do is when I do this, I'm gonna do a big long show notes thing, and for each one of you, I'm definitely gonna put the link where everyone can find you. Everyone here, if you are thinking about investing in such a way that you own property and you would like to build it as an asset and wealth, and you want to find good tenants that are vetted and that you want people who can take care of your property and build something for you, Stephen and Phyllis are that. And Stephen, you've done a great job, my friend. So you are the inaugural winner of the Capitalize Your Best Marketing Award. So great job, dude. Well
Thank
done.
you.
Well done.
And can I
All
just
right.
say, can I just dive
Please,
in here
please
and
feel
say,
free to hop in.
just to piggyback on what you said too, uh, I, I've been a realtor for 14 years and have worked with a number of different property management companies over the years. And now I work exclusively, I give all my business exclusively to Phyllis and Stephen because they take such good care of my clients. And I have never had anybody be disappointed in working with them. They're amazing.
Thank you,
So
Pam.
yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
your reputation is strong, Stephen. Yours and Phyllis, and just your whole organization. And then now you got your children involved, so that legacy is even more powerful. So well done, my friend.
Thank you.
Well, ladies, I had to decide who I was going to go with next, and I'm going to go with you next, Pam. So yes, I'm going to go with you next. When I was thinking about this, initially it was going to be like three marketing awards, but I thought, wow, that's boring. We should have like one marketing champion today, and that's going to be Steven. But Pam, so for anybody that doesn't know, Pam and I began working a little over 2 years ago. Went through the Capitalize Your Best program for her real estate business. Pam has wonderfully told that story to future clients, people who've asked for references, where she was in her business. But now Pam and I work in a different field in Capitalize Your Best Life. We've gone through our therapeutic conversations and we meet regularly. We're, of course, friends and that kind of thing. But in this award, Pam, what I wanted to do is I wanted to highlight someone who embodied this single characteristic. And so, Pam, you are the inaugural winner of the Capitalize Your Best Growth Award. I do not know anyone who has had an arc of growth more than you in the last year. It's not just business, because I think your business is your real estate's doing well, your investing is going well, but I've also seen you grow personally, and you've taken some hard looks at yourself. You've heard some very, very constructive comments from me a couple of times, and it's not just financially. I mean, it's emotionally, it's relationally, and it's physically. You've had a transformation. And we talked about the other day that you've added 2 to 4 years minimum of your life expectancy by the transformation that you've had in the last 4 months. So everyone, Super Pam Kuper is the winner of the inaugural Capitalize Your Best Growth Award. So Pam, congratulations.
Thank you. That is really an honor. Thank you so much. And that means a lot to me because I will say the last 5 or 6 months in particular have been very life altering. Um, we've had some really painful losses, some dear friends and family in the last couple of months, but also tremendous growth and change personally. Um, and transformation that really would it not have occurred had I not been working with you, Gordon, honestly. So thank you so much for walking me through those times. I think what's interesting to me is that I've really become such a believer in you. If you really want to change growth in your business, you really need to have some change in your personal life. I'm not a believer in that you can just change one aspect of your life and find joy and success in it without changing the other part of it too, which is your health and your well-being and your mindset. And so, you can do it for a little while, but eventually it crumbles. So you need to have a well-rounded life. And you've really helped me with that. Thank you.
Well, Pam, again, it goes to your character that you spent all that time talking about me, and that's not the case. I mean, like you made the choices. You decided, hey, I'm gonna go walk 5 to 7 miles. Hey, I'm gonna change the way I eat. Hey, I'm gonna change my business relationships. Hey, I'm gonna decide that Chris and I are gonna approach things differently, and all of those are really brave decisions.
I
And
thank
you're
you for
right.
that. I thank you. But I will say, and I'm sorry to contradict you on this, but I will say to you that that really when I started working with you um, in our um, in our coaching, uh, my mindset was one that I really struggled with whether or not I could make those changes and whether or not I could achieve that. I was really was saying all the wrong things to myself, and I was stuck. And had I not started working with you and you started to say to me, that is not true. You are capable of change. And here's what I want you to do, A, B, and C. And when I applied that, and so to your point, there has to be application to it. I can't just say, gosh, I want to change my life and then do nothing. But the problem is that um, sometimes when you want to change something, you're not sure how to go about doing it. And so having somebody who can coach you through it and support you and encourage you through it is everything because I was stuck and I really needed to work with somebody who could help me get unstuck. And you did that for me. Thank you.
Well, you are welcome, Pam. Absolutely love working with you. I love when we get together. And I will say to you, the way it's been reciprocal in my last marathon, round 14, my stomach was killing me. And I was wondering, am I going to make this thing? And I thought, well, I can't stop this marathon. What am I going to tell Pam when I get done? And and then I went on and won the thing. So thank you, Pam. So Pam, the inaugural Capitalize Your Best Growth Award. Now to Nancy, whose apparently camera is way more clear than all of ours, just popping with the red. And so I'm going to ask you what camera you're using. And so what's that, Nancy? Well, you just make it work in a little bit. There you go. So,
I'm on my phone, not on my
what,
computer.
maybe I
So
just
evidently my phone has got a good camera.
apparently so. So Nancy just asked one thing of me that I'll not make her cry. I cannot promise her that in any way. So before I get into the award for Nancy, so my relationship with Nancy started out of utter failure. She had worked with a prior business partner and it had gone really poorly. And so as he exited, I went and met with all my prior clients. And I was like, Nancy, I'm really sorry. That did not work out well. Eventually, you became a Capitalize Your Best client. You launched your own your own coaching program, excuse me. You launched a paperback book. You've launched a graphics business. Now you work with me at Capitalize. There's a lot of ways in which you and I are intertwined. But I'm not giving away the Capitalize Your Best Enmeshed Award. That's not what this is. So when I think about Nancy, this is how this award. I literally came up with this award for Nancy because I just thought, what am I doing? I'm not giving away things here without highlighting Nancy. And I was like, well, what should this award be? So, a couple of things. Nancy has taken a lot of risks by working with me, risks by working with me. And she's in a stage of life, which all I will say is that she's making very brave decisions like, hey, let me control alt delete and then let me like just reboot the system here situations. And none of those, either working with me or the decisions that she's making, come easy. And so when I thought about you, Nancy, and I thought about how you should be honored, I wanted to give you the Capitalize Your Best Risk Taker Award, because I do not know anyone at the present moment who is at the moment willing to take the risks that you're taking. Because when you take a risk, by definition, we do not know how things are going to turn out. That is the definition of a risk. The definition is that something could go poorly. However, there's absolutely zero accomplishment in this life if we don't take risks. The opposite of risk taking is playing it safe. And I will be honest, Nancy, there were periods of your life where you played it very, very safe. And I can only say that as a praise to your character, because at the moment you're like, I'm going to take a risk on you, Gordon. I'm going to take a risk in my personal life. And at the moment, your biggest payout is probably more emotional than tangible in a lot of areas. But going forward, this will be the Capitalize Your Best Risk Taker Award. And Nancy, you are our first recipient of that award.
Just wow. I would have never thought that would have been my category. I don't feel like I'm a risk taker.
Holy
ever.
cow.
I
I'm
not. I feel kind of speechless. Not that I'm much of a talker anyway, except for when I'm really comfortable with people. But it's truly an honor to be recognized for this. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Again, you guys are all thanking me for just the ethereal award that is a Capitalize Your Best award. You get no benefits from it whatsoever other than this moment. But I do want the three of you, at least for in this second, to recognize, Stephen, you're doing amazing things with your marketing, and I think exponentially it's going to grow. Pam, your growth, believe it or not, is only at its inception. I mean, I imagine 2026 growth curve for you is going to be even larger.
Oh yeah, buckle up, buddy, because we got work to do. We've got plans for 2026, pal.
It's going to be even more painful, probably. And Nancy, it's ironic you don't see yourself as a risk taker. Perhaps you weren't at some point in time in your life, but that Nancy is long ago past, because at the moment you are definitely taking plenty of risks. And like I said, for all of us, the initial payoff of these things is emotional. And what I mean by that is the initial payoff of these things is you feel in control of your life, because you're like, I'm making decisions right now. And if they work out, I own them. If they don't work out, I own them too. But at the moment, I own what's going on. And that is a wonderful feeling compared to feeling out of control in your life, because we can't really control anything except our thoughts and our actions. And so when we start taking control of those, wonderful things start to take place. So having said all that, I'm curious, did any of you have any idea what you might be recognized for? Anybody? Did you think like, no, I very good. Well, I'm glad to know that you guys walked into this and didn't know what was happening. What is that? Oh, the book. You're very kind to recognize.
No, I said I just ordered mine and it's coming in tomorrow. Has everybody got it yet? Nancy,
So,
even if you guys gotten your books, okay, get busy because
Nancy's on the way. Pam, wonderfully, yours is already an edited edition, because I had to fix the spine. I didn't like it, and I had to fix the back cover. And I got this is the very first copy, and I'm like, nope. This has got to get fixed, and I immediately fixed it. Thank you for ordering it. Very excited about the book. It's going to have a huge impact. I think it's going to be the theme of all of our meetings going forward in 2026 when we do our third Tuesday meetings. So having said that, friends, I do want everybody who's listening or watching, This is gonna come out on Wednesday. What is it? Wednesday the 3rd. On December 9th, we're having an all-day seminar called Decade in a Day. And it is a seminar, it's a workshop from 9 to 3 where we're going to talk about long-term strategy planning. The morning's going to be personal, the afternoon's going to be professional. We just added Mary Tanis from Patriots Tax. In the morning, we've got Dom Lepore in the afternoon doing mind mapping, which is insane what he does. And I've actually asked one more person to lead a little 30-minute session on perseverance. And so we will see if they're going to join us or not. But breakfast, all the coffee you can drink, and lunch is included. It's local only. We will not be streaming it. And if you reach out to me, we've got a 25% savings that I'll be glad to offer to any of you guys. As always, that information will be in the show notes. Guys, any last thoughts? I want to say thank you. It's late at night on a Tuesday. I'm recording this. You guys have things to do. Any last thoughts before we wrap things up?
What's fascinating to me is when we started working together, I had no idea where I'd be 2 years ago. I mean, none of us did. But I will say to you that, interestingly, some of the people that I enjoy the most, respect the most, follow their business are Capitalize Your Best clients of yours.
Well, good people have become attracted to this. And I love spending time with people who take their lives seriously, and I think there's a conjoining there, and I think it's a building and slow movement that I think next year is going to absolutely blossom. I really do, but I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I think 2026 is going to be a booming season for all of us. I truly believe that. Me and my wife were just talking about this last weekend. That's why yeah, we'll talk some more later. But yes, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So thank you, and I hope you're ready for the ride.
I am ready, man. I am very excited. So, Nancy, you look like you were getting ready to say something.
This is just I'm blown out of the water by this. So thank you, and thank you for all that you do.
You guys are welcome. I love spending time with each one of you guys. There's some other people in our community that are just as enjoyable to spend time with and who are making choices that are benefiting them and their families. But in these three categories, you guys rose to the top. And so if anyone is jealous, then just step your game up in 2026. That's what I have to say. So, well, guys, for each one of you, I'm going to include ways to contact you in the show notes. I'm going to put the information for Decade in a Day. If you want to register, I'll put that in the show notes as well. If you are listening and watching this is December 3rd. I would love to see you December 9th for Decade in a Day. And the show comes out every Wednesday. So like, subscribe, and review. Guys, thank you for giving me time in your evening. And I look forward to talking and seeing you guys soon. Thanks, friends. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Gordon.